I'm going to tell you guys about this dressing room now. So guys, this is actually called the Legends dressing room. When Wembley Stadium was opened.
So maybe not as touch leader first. Because you might have to touch, because they play up there. Right, out the way, so
I'm gonna have this one.
okay.
No.
Right, good. Right, everyone's queuing.
Sorry, sir. That's absolutely fine. But I'm going to tell you guys about this dressing room now. So guys, this is actually called the Legends dressing room. When Wembley Stadium was opened in 2007, this was the first dressing room we had when we opened this new Wembley Stadium back in 2007. So for the first 13 years, we occupied the dressing room for all the events we had here at Wembley Stadium. Between 2007 to 2020, before the COVID-19 pandemic, we've occupied the dressing room for all the events during that time here at Wembley Stadium. It wasn't until when Gareth Southgate became England manager, he wanted to change it up a bit. And Gareth Southgate decided to create this new state-of-the-art dressing room, which I'll be taking you guys down very shortly. And one of the reasons why Gareth Southgate wanted to make a move to a new dressing room is because he did like this weird size-shaped dressing room. Because where I'm standing now, that's what most managers are doing to give their team talk. So if I was giving a team talk, I can address all the players on this side of the dressing room, and I have to always turn and address players on this side of the dressing room, where these 6 players will normally be left out when the manager used to give their team talk. And Gareth Southgate didn't like it. And then when we make our way down to the new dressing room, we're going to see the difference between the old and the new dressing room. So since 2020, from the post-pandemic onwards, we've been using the new dressing room for all the events here at Wembley Stadium. However, since 2020, we still occupy this dressing room only on 2 occasions. The first occasion that we still occupy this dressing room is for the non-league finals day. The non-league finals day is a big cup final day for teams that are lower down the English football pyramid. They have their own cup final day they compete in, and those teams do not come and play here very often, as in here at Wembley Stadium. So when the non-league finals day happen, we only have 2 finals happening in one day. So for the first set of finalists, they use the new dressing room, both the home and the away dressing room on the other side. And then for the second finalists, they use the Legends dressing room, both the home and the away dressing room on the other side. And we use all 4 dressing rooms for the non-league finals day to ensure smooth running of 2 finals happening in one day. And then for the second event that we still occupy the dressing room is for the NFL. The NFL athletes, they use the new dressing room However, we can't accommodate every single athlete because some of you might know the NFL athletes are quite big in terms of their body size and shape, and we can't accommodate every single athlete, which is why we still use this dressing room as an extension. So now guys, you can please follow me. We're going to make our way down to the new state-of-the-art dressing room. Here we go.
State of the art dress.
If you guys can follow me, I'm going to take you guys down into the new state-of-the-art dressing room.
No, I want a picture. Wait. Yeah. State of the art. Here we go. Keegan.
This one. It's walking around such shirts.
Keegan, get back. Oh yeah. Where's he gone? Oh, like this. You need.
Buyako Saka.
That's it. Then just kick out. Yeah, kick out your shoulder. Then get ready.
This is the dressing that we use for all the events here at Wembley Stadium now. And this is the home dressing room both for the England men's and the women's team. This is the dressing room for the England men's and women's team. So guys, where I'm standing now, this is where Gareth Southgate will be standing, addressing all the players when he gives his team tour. Where I'm standing now, I can keep regular eye contact with all the players when I'm addressing my team ahead of a big game. So that's where I'm standing now. That's why Gareth Southgate actually had that in mind when he spoke to his architects, and that idea he had about creating a new state-of-the-art dressing room has been executed into reality. But that's not the only reason why Gareth Southgate wanted to create this new dressing room. Because before Gareth Southgate became England manager, there was a lot of divide amongst the England setup. When you had players from the past generation, like Steven Gerrard and Wayne Rooney. And players of that past generation, when Steven Gerrard used to play for Liverpool and Wayne Rooney used to play for Manchester United, those players used to have a lot of club rivalry amongst each other. And that's used to impact their performances on the international stage. And that's when England never done so well. England manager, he completely transformed his England England side by creating this kind of sense of unity and togetherness amongst his England side, and that's been a true reflection of Gareth Southgate's success as England manager. I'm sure you guys can also note as well, you can see all the England men's in terms of the outfield players. The reason why Gareth Southgate is giving these players the allocated shown us, particularly for the outfield players, because Gareth Southgate is embedded a rule that no outfield player cannot sit next to their club teammates. No outfield player cannot sit next to their club teammates. They all have to mingle together and keep their club rivalries aside and be fully committed to what Gareth Southgate wants to achieve as England manager. If you guys can look over here, we've got Farrah Williams' shirt here. She's the most caps player for England of all time with 172 caps, more than any other player. She's the most caps player for England of all time. Now guys, when it comes to a cup final day, no team gets any favour as to which dressing room they pick, because the home and the away dressing room on the other side are both identically the same. So for example, when Arsenal played against Manchester City in the Community Shield, Arsenal occupied this dressing room. So we had the Arsenal crest at the bottom, Arsenal had their own kit men getting all the players' kits ready, and this whole dressing room was completely redesigned to Arsenal colours. And we do that for every single team that competes here in the cup final day. We completely tailor this dressing room based on the club colours. So they both, any team that competes in the cup final have their dressing completely tailored to their club colours. As you may know, that Wembley is a national stadium, so not a club stadium, which is why both dressing rooms are identically the same. If you guys have been to another football ground for a stadium tour, like a club stadium, like Arsenal or Chelsea, for example, you know that both dressing rooms are completely different. With the away dressing room tends to be smaller, and the home dressing room tends to be bigger because that's the home side ground. They've got the advantage, but that's not the case here at Wembley at all. Just a couple of final points before we wrap up here. What you can see here, that's actually Gareth Southgate's suit that he wore during the 2018 World Cup in Russia. He actually bought that suit from Marks and Spencer's, which he wore during the tournament, and that was his first major tournament as England manager, as England went all the way to the semi-finals of the World Cup and lost to Croatia 2-1 in extra time. And just one final point before we wrap up here, we also got these two stopwatches here. One will show the original time that we're now in green, and below that, that's the referee's stopwatch. So once the players arrive into the dressing room, the referee's stopwatch will start ticking, which means there's a certain time constraint that everything must be fulfilled, which includes the kit men getting all the players' kits ready, the players being warmed up, the coaching staff having one-to-one meetings with the manager, talking about tactics and player position. The manager has to decide the final starting 11 and give his final team talk. And that must be done under the referee's stopwatch. Once the referee's stopwatch hits 0, the referee's bell will ring, which will mean that the players and the manager have to leave the dressing room immediately and make their way into the players' tunnel. So if you guys can follow me, we're now going to be making our way down to the players' tunnel. Thank you.
Oh, this is not a Chelsea stadium. I thought this is a Chelsea stadium. It's not a Chelsea, it's a national stadium.
Manchester, I maybe go in there and they have a hot tub, didn't they? Right. Let's go, boys.
Yeah, up there.
Sorry, sir. Where you can't touch the ball, please. You can take as many photos as you like with the ball, but you don't try to touch the ball, please. Thank you.
Kayo. Muro ko na stadium.